As a child, I always wanted to be in the spotlight. All eyes on me, all the time. I didn't know any different. I was an only child without any cousins, and you could tell by the way I carried myself. I was extremely confident. When I talked, I expected everyone to listen, which was very easy for the listeners because my loud voice carried throughout the room. I never realized how obnoxious I was. That little girl screamed her thoughts for everyone to hear. I was not rude, just persistent. For most of my life, I acted in this manner. In school, I was the person who would raise their hand for every question and wanted to give presentations to the class. I took an elective class in 7th and 8th grade. The class was called Leadership. I learned how to talk in front of the entire school and how to organize events that would be engaging for both 5th and 8th graders. At this point in my life, I had become friends with a ton of different people, the majority being kids who were older than me. I no longer connected with people my age and was then integrated into the grade above me. To this day, my friends still consider me in their grade rather than the grade below them. This made me more confident within my classes and other activities. However, my confidence declined when I was hanging out with my older friends and their peers. I was intimidated, but they included me, and now some of them are my best friends. Freshman year of high school, my boyfriend of 7 months and I broke up. This meant that the only person I was still connected to in my grade was my friend Leah. She's a sweetheart, and her and I are still friends to this day after 12 years. All of my other friends were older and had friends that had come from all different schools. My confidence was at its lowest point for the entirety of that school year, until the dance show in May. This was the only show we had for the year that was both intermediate and advanced dance. This meant that I was able to reconnect with some of my older friends and to meet their friends. That summer, they were the only people I hung out with. I also started my first job in June. This brought me so much joy and happiness. I made a significant amount of friends at Town, which is the restaurant I hosted at. My confidence skyrocketed. I became the loud, attention-seeking individual I once was. Still, I didn't feel like myself. I didn't have the drive and motivation like I used to in high school. High school seemed to be sucking the life out of me. This is when middle college became the best option for my well-being. When I started the program, I again was the less confident, shy girl who did not raise her hand, just like sophomore year. Throughout quarantine, I came to the realization that I no longer wanted to be in the spotlight. I actually enjoyed being by myself or with just one other friend. This is okay. Being shy is not a bad thing, as long as I still communicate properly when I have to. My self-expression shifted to where I only allowed those closest to me to actually see what I was once like. I now love learning about people, and I actually take an interest in what they have accomplished in their life. I can relate to a lot more people knowing both sides as well. I no longer need validation from others to know that I am a strong person. I don't need to prove anything to anyone else. I can keep things more to myself, and I enjoy the little things more often.